I've been thinking a lot lately about our first few weeks together. Our honeymoon phase, when all of your graces were still wonderful little secrets to be discovered. People had warned me about the rain, but those first few weeks it was nothing but clear skies. What a wonderful way for it all to begin. I knew early on that we would fall in love, but at the time I had no idea how you would change me. I remember the first time I walked around the seawall, and the first sunset I watched from your shores while a violin played, and people sang and people laughed in the sand. I remember summer nights around driftwood bonfires, strangers brought together by the serendipity of 4 a.m, to meet once and never again. Even now, years later, I'm discovering you. I love the way the sun reflects off your heart of glass. I love your pastel sunsets and those tanker ships on the horizon, always sitting there like big iron ducks, and the way they're lit up in the darkness, like floating towns or distant streetlights. You spoil me with beauty. I can't go outside without stopping to take your photograph, trying in vain to find a way to encapsulate you, to capture your essence in a single frame. But I never quite get it right. Maybe it makes me shallow to be so obsessed with how you look, but I know it runs deeper than that. There are many who've fallen in love with you. It seems a common but fleeting feeling, this amazement at our surroundings and the serendipity of life, and the sheer unlikelihood of everything being the way it is, of us being where we are. I read it on the benches that dot your seawall, and on the faces of passers-by. Whenever I see somebody taking the time to appreciate you, to look around at where they're lucky enough to be, I know they're as taken with you as I am. One morning last year, I awoke before the sun rose. That morning, I found a beach hidden by a path through a forest. The waves called me down and revealed a cloudscape shrouding your skyline, like you were wrapped in a blanket. I stood there as the sun rose and watched you sleep and watched you wake and listened to the waves. It's enough for me just to see you. Just to watch the sun rise over you, to watch as you stir. Douglas Copeland called you the square root of -1. He said technically you shouldn't exist, but you do. And I can't imagine living anywhere else, at least for now. It's strange to consider how and why you end up where you are. It seems so unlikely that through all this time and space, somehow, I found you. To think about all the little choices that led me to you, thousands of miles away, makes me wonder who I'd be if I'd gone someplace else. Everything would be different. It's the smallest little choices. It's such a shame how we can become accustomed to even the most amazing of things. There are times when the mountains don't impress me the way they once did. Times when I become too distracted in my own life to really see you. And there are times I've thought about leaving you for someplace else. I have this fear of missing out. It's what brought me to you in the first place. And deep in that fear is the feeling that everything is happening someplace else, that you're never in quite the right place at the right time. It's that intense awareness of everywhere you're not and can never be. That fear makes me wonder whether you can ever truly feel at home anywhere, or if we'll always long for someplace else, no matter where we are. So, one day I'll leave you. The day will come when I'll watch you disappear through an airplane's window. It'll be hard to watch you go, but I have to keep moving. The sun will glint off your heart of glass as if to wink and say goodbye, and I'll smile and wave back at you, at everything I'll miss at the city that gave me so much of who I am before you disappear into the clouds.